Time to kick it off with Shutdown Day 11. There was something in the D.C. water yesterday. It didn't quite end the shutdown or fix the nation's money problems or unite Democrats and Republicans in song, but let's admit it, there was a change in the tune.
We had a very useful meeting. It was clarifying, I think, for both sides as to where we are. We'll come back to have more discussion. The president said that he would go and consult with the administration folks, and hopefully we can see a way forward.
That was House Majority Leader Eric Cantor after a meeting between Republican leadership and President Obama yesterday. The two sides are moving towards an agreement to extend the nation's borrowing authority, which expires in 6 days. As we certainly are all aware, Republicans want to extend it another 6 weeks, trying to get more time to negotiate a grander bargain. Democrats, they don't really think so.
I think a six-week lifting of the debt ceiling is not the right way to go. I think we should go at least 1 year so that there's some certainty in the markets and that every 6 weeks people don't have to wonder if the United States of America is going to stand by its full faith and credit. But nonetheless, let's see what they have to offer.
Yeah, at least the two sides are talking, right?
It looks like they're just not going to come to any sensible governance arrangement for an extended period. This is a diminishing of the presidency, and Obama has to push back. And they may not, have it this time, but at some point, they really have to go to the brink. I mean, I don't see how he can just say, oh, here's 6 weeks, here's 6 weeks. They're stopping him from governing. And so, I don't think this is by any means over.
Harvard's Ken Rogoff, his research with Carmen Reithart gets to the heart of the effect that debt is having on economic growth. So the question is, how does the U.S. debt level actually affect growth?
And I don't think it's the big problem at the moment, which is obviously there's still private sector deleveraging. There's still enormous dislocation from the financial sector. What my work with Reinhardt suggests is over the very long term, it has a modest but sustained effect on growth. But that's not the problem at the moment. The problem is we have enormous unemployment. We're way below trend. And, of course, this is not the time to be sort of retrenching. This is a time you need, stimulus.
Now, while the nation's money problems may not be the worst thing that could happen for the economy, the fact is all that Washington gridlock, it's causing some very real pain. Just ask the head of the world's largest mutual fund company.
The rise in policy uncertainty was costing us perhaps as much as 1% of GDP growth a year over the last couple of years. And so I think getting to a long-term budget solution, and there are a number of bipartisan ideas that have been floated over the last couple of years, I think getting to a solution is vital for economic growth in the long run.
Well, businesses certainly want that stimulus, especially given the shutdown. Take exporters as an example. The shuttered U.S. Export-Import Bank means there's no financing for foreign buyers to purchase U.S. goods, and furloughed workers means slower processing of some goods at U.S. ports. Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, he has had it. He's starting a petition calling for an end to the U.S. shutdown and for a deal to the nation's budget. People can sign the petition in Starbucks stores starting tomorrow, or you can go online today. Schultz says the government dysfunction is worse now than the standoff back in 2011. He says the responsibility is on the president and Congress to reach some sort of compromise.